Hi, teacher. So I wanted to make just to explain you a little bit of my proposal and also how I came up with it. Um, well, naturally, it's part of my thesis project, which is named El uso del instrumento, vocabulary usage and knowledge test, which is the title I finally gave to the exam. Para la transición de un nivel de inglés B2 a C1 en estudiantes de idiomas y relaciones públicas de la Universidad La Salle Cancún. This topic I chose it because Prof. Javi suggested to, because the leap between B2 and C1, it's quite significant, and he told me it was interesting if someone will assess this situation, and I decided to do so. And the way I decided to do so is by creating a very lengthy exam that included more than 400 words. And yeah, I want to show you this because originally the proposal was to do it written. It will kind of resemble an less exam, but with vocabulary. And the words I use are in this database that it is huge. I have so many words. And the thing is that I will take the word from many B2 books that I have here. I will take the word that I see is repeated constantly or that is just part of many exercises, and I will take the word. I will look it up in the Cambridge Dictionary to see if it is really a B2 level word. Then I will find how it is used because many words have more than one use in the same level. So, for example, set, it will be used as set of equipment, of place, of condition. Then the collocations is just for me to write the exercises in the more in a very professional form with the right collocations, but I didn't want to get into this subject very much. Phrasal verbs, because phrasal verbs are of prime importance in B2 level. So the same word will have the usage, the phrasal verb, the idiom, the word family, and a possible diversification. So all of these um, features of just the English language in general were converted in or transformed into this exam that it was originally a written exam that it would have taken many printed um, pages and it would have been crazy. But at the end of the day, since the situation with the COVID and everything came across, I had to transform it. And I transformed it into an online series of tests. Here I have the platform, which is called G-Knowledge. And I chose it because it was very simple to do the exams, but also they will give me a lot of liberty in terms of how many exams to make, how many questions to make, how many revisions, in terms of how many times I could edit the same exam. And at the end of the day, I came up with 5 parts of the exam. The first part, we have 80 questions, and it's all about the usage of words. So I took advantage, I'm going to show you, of former type of exercise in the Cambridge certification exam, which was using the same word in 3 different sentences. So I did that with 80 words. Yeah, it's lengthy. And here in the first one, I explained why I came up with this exam and instructions. Each part has instructions for the students. And also, since it's a new platform for me or for everybody, I think, I made it myself explaining how to use it. Although it's kind of self-explanatory, but I did it anyway. I have part two, which is phrasal verb. That's 100 questions. It's very long. And they are all different, really. For example, the word family were great to test not only um, the mastery of vocabulary, but also um, how how well do they write or not, if they have spelling mistakes, which is very important. So here I find out that it was easier for me to put five in one, and that way it will not be that lengthy. So here they have to write the word. This is also a Cambridge type of format in which I give them a root of the word and they will have to transform it into one that will fit in the sentence. So these are five per question in total, many 80 at least. And this is a part three. Part two were phrasal verbs. And although it looks like it's a lot, it's really not. It's really not. And if they have this knowledge fresh, just go through it and do it fairly. And also, my goal is not only to tell them, okay, you had five answers wrong or 10 or 20. I really don't want that. I just really want them to know their mistakes because I will give them the correct answers to those mistakes so they would not go through what I went through with gas and in French. That, I mean, how did I not know that word, right? And my idea was to give them this kind of format, not all of them. For example, this is the one of phrasal verbs, and I will include for each student and a sheet that will be just for them with their mistakes and the right answers clearly. So that is my project, teacher. I hope you understood me, although I can also answer questions. And my proposal for you was to tell them to do this series of exam not in one day because I know it's a lot, but maybe in 3 weeks. And a good thing of this platform is that um you can leave the test without finishing it, and the progress will stay the same. You can save your progress, and that I think it's great. That's why I chose this platform in the first place. And for example, in French, our books have these CDs that you put on your computer, and it's a platform which you have many exercises. And once or twice, my teachers will tell us to complete all of the exercises by the end of the semester as part of a requirement of the class. This is not as lengthy as those CDs were, and I think it's fairly easy for one of the students to complete it in less than 1 month, 3 weeks, or even two. So that's my proposal, but also that you wouldn't have to convince them. You're their teacher, so if you tell them to do so, they will. But also, I was thinking that if you guys had your online classes, I could join one of them and just explain them why I think this is so valuable for them to do, because it is actually a win-win situation. They're cooperating with me, but also I am nurturing their knowledge and their vocabulary, which who does that? I'm helping them, in fact, but I also need them to help me. And I would be more than glad to do so to join a meeting and in Teams, or I don't know what do you use. I guess you use Teams also, and just explain them that. But if you, teacher, you could ask them to finish it before the semester finishes, like to give them just a period, like from 1st of March to March 20, let's say. But that we can come up with a date or with a period that it's fair for them. I don't want to take time for your class, and that's why I think in the end to do it online it's better because they have a lot of time free at home and they can do it just whenever they want and finish it even in one day if someone is very determined, or maybe in 1 week or in 2 weeks. Um, but yeah, I just really want to help because I love languages, and if I didn't, I wouldn't have done this. It took me months, and and it helped me a lot. Like I know a bunch of vocabulary now that maybe it wasn't that fresh on my mind. So I really want to help them, and at the end of the day, they will be hopefully more confident about their vocabulary knowledge in V2 level. And because once they have mastered that, I think C1 will come easier. And for example, the idioms part is just giving them 80 idioms to learn. And that I found extraordinary because the way I did it, that each word has its usage or phrasal verb or idiom, at the end of the day is integrating the knowledge. And yeah, teacher, that's my proposal, and I hope you can think about it and give me your opinion about it. This was the design, which was the original design. It was going to be reading, but now, well, it's the platform, the online platform. So if you will happen to have any question, I'll be more than happy to answer it. And thank you very much for listening, teacher.